Hey, it's me again. I don't have the best lighting for doing this at night, but I'll give it a go. Well, today uh, I was at an appointment with my soon-to-be stepson, though I don't know when that will happen, but I look at him like he's my own, so. Anyways, I got a call about, what's it called? My weeks. It's not a CT scan. It's something with an M. Anyways, I'm going to be admitted tomorrow at 11:30 because I have so many problems with my spine that a lot of people don't realize I deal with. And this is just a continuation of a mom who deals with bipolar day in and day out. I took my pills, so about 45 to hour and a half I'm not going to be useful for anything. And he idolizes you. Between you and his mother, I can hardly. There are times that I just get so irritated and frustrated because I sometimes still do not know how to deal with this, and it's really, really hard. It's like you almost have to wear so many masks, and nobody knows you. Nobody bothered to try to get to know me on a deep level. A lot of things I've done have been out of feeling obligated to do them. And when I have done stuff that I did out of kindness of my heart, they take kindness for weakness. And sometimes it is just so confusing for me. There are times I feel like I'm still 14, 15. Around the time a Pacific tragedy happened in my life that not too many people knew about growing up. I was abused by my biological father for 9 months before somebody finally stepped in and listened to what I had to say. But it was 10 times worse when me and my twin got placed back with my mom, because my twin, for whatever reason, decided that it was okay for him to abuse me. Now, I went through most of my teenage years wearing a mask. Nobody knew the truth of what was going on behind, closed doors. I had told my mom and my stepdad, and I was made out to be a liar for the longest time. And I guess it's just because my mom and my stepdad didn't want to believe that this was going on, even though, I told them, repeatedly told them what was going on. And I guess my brother, in 7th grade, is when he started having issues. He used to run away all the time. He got picked up from shoplifting. I think we were 15 or 16. He got caught shoplifting, and he had drank a fifth of MDJ or something or another. It was a cheap ass wine. And then really, a little bit prior to that is when my brother started going downhill. And, a lot of people are like, well, we don't talk about what goes on in this house. It stays in this house. But when you do that, nothing gets resolved. nothing gets dealt with. And it's like a secret. Don't you dare sit there and say anything, because if you do, you're just made out to be world's biggest liar. I think I was 19, almost, no, I had to have been around 24, 25. And was it? No, excuse me, I was like 28, 27, because I was pregnant with my last child. Well, my last surviving child. And he had done something fairly mean, cruel, and repulsive with a mental patient. And it was through his counseling and everything he was going through when he finally admitted to what had been going on, and what he had done to me. That was like, when I found that out, that he actually admitted to it, I was like, about damn time. What was really bad is my mom, my stepdad, never apologized to me about not believing me. So I'm here to tell you parents out there, if you notice a change in your child's behavior, it could be slightest things at first, and then it could be major stuff later. Do what you can to find out what's going on. When I was 13, I told anybody and everybody so the abuse would stop. And it never did. I'd end up with welts, bloody welts from the top of my head all the way to the bottom of my feet. Sometimes I couldn't even walk because of how bad my feet had been beaten by a willow switch with all the bark taken off. So it's green and it's got that stickiness, and yeah, not good. That period of time for me was horrendous. I have nightmares. That's where my nightmares come in. That's where my PTSD comes in. That's where a lot of my depression comes in. Not a lot of people talk about things like that because they're like embarrassed, or they figure, what goes on in this house stays in the house. Problem is if it stays and everybody just ignores it, it doesn't get dealt with. And the person that the abuse is going on don't know what to do. And then later on in life, it creates problems. It has created problems with me with relationships. It is very hard for me to have a relationship with a guy. And actually truly feeling like I'm being, that I'm loved, or I'm wanted, or that, they're, they care. Sex is not everything. And people in my situation, we go through spells where, we're all gung-ho for it. And there's other times, it's like, leave me the fuck alone, don't touch me. I'll curl up to you, but you leave me the fuck alone. And it's extremely hard to vocalize that to the mate, or to your mate, whichever end you're on. I know on my end, there's lots of times I don't even want to be touched. A lot of times it's like, okay, fine, whatever. And just laying there like, okay, get it done, get it over with. I'm going to bed. There's a lot of times that it's not enjoyable. What I have found is if your partner understands these things about you and you tell them what you need in order for you to feel at home or at that willing spot to say, okay, you gotta start slow. I mean, you may have to rub her back, her feet, give her a full body massage, and just leave it at that for the first night. Or first time, once you understand and comprehend what she's gone through. Maybe caress her hair and kiss her cheek or kiss her neck, but take it extremely slow. Let her feel like you're truly in tune with her and what her needs are. So unfortunately with men, I hate to tell you guys this, you guys are like a fire. And it's very true that a woman's like a crock pot. It's slow to warm up. And sometimes it's not pleasurable when it's, okay, let's do it, type of deal. I mean, that is just some of my ramblings I tend to do. But hit me up, leave a comment if you understand or if you've been a victim of abuse, physical or sexual, doesn't matter. We're all in it together, and we can all use the extra support system to get us through these things. Anyways, y'all have a good night, and I will be doing another one tomorrow. Good night.